Well, a move to set aside 12 million acres of the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge as wilderness is pitting the White House against a number of Republicans, including Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski. The Interior Department saying the refuge is home to caribou, polar bears, gray wolves, and more. And setting aside more than 1 million acres as wilderness would stop any oil drilling, any mining, even constructing roads there. The announcement came in a YouTube video.
Alaska's National Wildlife Refuge is an incredible place. Pristine, undisturbed. It supports caribou and polar bears, all manner of marine life, countless species of birds and fish, and for centuries it's supported many Alaska Native communities. But it's very fragile, and that's why
That's part of the announcement that the president made. Already Senator Murkowski calling this a, quote, stunning attack on her state. She joins me now from Washington. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for the invitation to be with you tonight.
So reading some of your comments, your reaction to this, you said it is clear this administration does not care about us and sees us as nothing but a territory. You are going to fight this. What is your strategy?
Well, keep in mind, this is not just about ANWR. This is about the frontal assault from this administration on my state, not only towards locking up ANWR permanently forever, but also further locking up areas of our outer continental shelf, taking the National Petroleum Reserve, the area that's been designated for exploration, and making it further impossible to allow for exploration there. So this is not just kind of a one campaign against ANWR or to lock up ANWR. This is effectively to lock up and lock off our resources as a state. I'm not going to sit for it. Alaskans are not going to sit for it.
Senator, what do you say then to the Secretary of the Interior, who came out in a statement and said designating vast areas in the Arctic National Wildlife Reserve as wilderness reflect the significance this landscape holds for America and its wildlife, saying this land is too precious to let all of it be open for drilling, for example. Do you see that side of the argument?
Keep in mind, Alaska is already the host to more wilderness in this country than in all the other 49 states combined. We are more than generous with ensuring that there is open access in wilderness areas. But keep in mind, we have people, Alaskans, Native people, Inuit who live in these areas. What about them? We need to ensure that we care for the land, but we also have an obligation and a responsibility to the people that work and live and raise their families there.
So
Let's think about them.
Let me ask you this, and it is an important point, jobs. So let me ask you this. I spent the last week and a half ago in North Dakota. North Dakota's entire economy is propped up on oil. They have unemployment below 1%. Oil's below $50, and they are seeing thousands and thousands of layoffs. When you look at January to November of last year, only 27% of the oil that we used in this country was imported from elsewhere. We have a booming, native oil industry in this country, and we're seeing some of these rigs shut off because the price of oil is so low. Is now the time to be fighting for this?
Well, think about the benefit that the public is enjoying from the fact that we are producing more. You're seeing lower prices at the pump, and people appreciate that. That's more money in their pocket. So when we talk about supply mattering, it matters if it comes from this country, so we have these jobs, so we can again work to not only reduce costs to American families, but to have good jobs that are out there.
But
so
Senator,
let's have the opportunity to access the resources.
But Senator, finally, before I let you go, what we're also seeing is thousands of these job cuts. We saw ConocoPhillips slash 20% of its capital spending. We saw Schlumberger, Baker Hughes, these big oil services companies cutting tens of thousands of jobs because the demand isn't there to produce it at this price.
Well, keep in mind, it's not so much a question of producing it at this price. There are other factors that are at play here. Part of it is being able to move that product, whether it's through a pipeline like Keystone XL pipeline, having the refineries so we can refine the product. So there's so much more that goes into it, all impacting jobs for Americans around the country and an opportunity for energy independence, North American energy independence that we should not overlook.
No doubt this is going to be a big battle in Washington. Senator, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.